of complete there so that people can understand what we're doing and understand how to kind of participate, which I think the way that we're going to include outside people, and this is where it'll be really helpful to get you guys' points of view on this. We want to do ongoing kind of virtual seminars to say, here's our progress, here's what we're planning to display and everything. Do people have other ideas or other questions that they'd want to surface? And then use that kind of feedback to improve what we have.
Are you a placeholder right now, or are you already in full proposal mode?
So the placeholder that we've done across, I think we have 4 things. Each placeholder has like the basic information. So
Okay.
the kind of the mobile ready information. So the 140, the 140, 280, I think it's so the information that we have now is the proposal title, problem statement, summarize our solution to the problem, and summarize our relevant experience. Part of the problem in being like in a medium-sized company is that while we have the proposals, I would say mostly done, we have to get them officially edited and
hold on one second, John. I see that there are two new guys, Frank and John. Let's welcome them.
Yep.
Hi, guys.
Hey, hello. How are you?
Hey, not too bad, not too bad. So, I mean, right now we are a really small group, but just to keep things proper, if somebody wants to like, pitch in, then just feel free. But if you have some like a longer pitch, or you want to interrupt the process, then just raise your hand, and yeah, we take it from there. And maybe, I mean, John was just telling about his proposals. He's proposing in several categories, not just dev ecosystem, but they're having a really cool idea in the dev ecosystem, which is, I mean, in total for $1 million. So I think it's a great category to be in. And maybe let's just very quickly hear from you guys if you're also proposers, or if you're lurking, or what the purpose is. And then we go back to John. Sorry, John. Just wanted to welcome the new joiners. So maybe John and Frank just say hi briefly and say whether you're proposers or not, and then we go back to John and hear him out. You want to start, John? John Santee?
Hi, yes, I'm a proposer, first-time proposer, very new to the ecosystem, just trying to get my feet wet, and that's it. Hi.
Okay, cool. All right, thanks. Frank?
Yep, hey guys. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, thank you guys so much. This is very cool. First time at these breakout room like this. I'm part of the SnapBrillia team. So we have 2 proposals right now. One in the developer ecosystem for on-chain practical resumes, and mentor-mentee kind of bounty system similar to Gitcoin from the Ethereum ecosystem.
Yeah.
But for kind of the Cardano ecosystem. And then we have one for quadratic funding and associated quadratic voting protocols that we'd like to help implement. So one of my colleagues is actually in another breakout room in the open source developer ecosystem breakout room.
Yeah.
So we're kind of in both rooms talking about these ideas, but I'm glad to be here. And I look forward to learning from you all.
Brilliant. I'm seeing your mentor-mentee bounties because you're using the same cartoon, right? So that's helpful.
Yeah. This is one of my. It's like a texturized avatar from a selfie I took of myself.
Okay.
It's actually for a different project because I come from like a game development background. I'm doing a side project in kind of building avatars. But yeah, that's what this is.
Nice. Cool. All right. Sorry, John. Sorry for interrupting. Go ahead. You're first.
Oh, no worries. So yeah, like I think the biggest thing that we have done like, again, like we have our proposals nearly finished. We're working on polishing them this weekend, so it'll be a little bit hectic, and then send them through our like grammar checking process so that we can post it publicly.
Yeah.
But it's pretty exciting because we have like, we have a lot of analytics that we already have available because we run Cardano nodes and like DB-Sync and all this other stuff. So we have those analytics, and then we're also have another proposal where we're looking at like governance analytics, and we've already started in there. Actually, let me see if I have. And with the governance analytics stuff, we're going to, I think, try to show what we have already done after South by Southwest sometime, to just show and start to collect different questions that Cardano community has about Fund 1 through Fund 7, I can show you like a kind of cool notebook that may give more of an idea of like what we'd want to show dashboard wise too.
So when you say analytics, you mean this is a sample of your proposal, or is it KPIs to support your business case?
Actually, a sample of the proposal and the questions, and because what I guess one of the things we're trying to do is see how much we can involve Cardano community, in particular the Catalyst community, in just a lot of the stuff we're doing right now. Because in particular with the governance analytics around what the results are from Catalyst, we're trying to answer our own questions, because that's kind of how that came about, because it was like, what's the best challenge to like put your challenge in if potentially there are multiple challenges that it might fit in.
Yeah.
Because like, I think everybody thinks about it, but hasn't necessarily like tried to think about the game theoretic kind of ideas behind, like, because you don't want to compete with, if everybody piles into one challenge, then it may not be the best challenge to put your proposal in if there's another challenge that it fits.
Yeah.
Because challenges overlap.
Yeah.
And
if I can maybe add from my own experience, I mean, this is something that you can definitely overthink. If, for example, you start to line up all the proposals in there, like some people did on Telegram, and they say, okay, this is the funds available, and there are right now, let's say, against $1 million funding available, there are 20 proposals, and on average they're asking for $100,000, so it's already $1 million more demand than there are ADA available. This might not actually be the most significant metric to look for, you know, because if the community advisors think that you're in the wrong category, they will give you a poor scoring, and the correlation between the CA score and the vote is fairly high. And also, if you change the category too late, or you're having a lot of placeholders, you're missing the chance of getting a lot of feedback from people. So people normally, they comment during the 2 or 3 weeks that your proposal is sitting there. And that shows the voter that there's some action, you know, that people are for real, that they are answering questions that people have. And that also works in your favor. So when we were proposing in DeFi, it was a really competitive category, but because we were sitting there from day one, we answered about 30 questions, and the CAs were giving us quite a high score. I think that's also really important, not just you know, to have low competition. Just from my side, I mean, that's just
that's helpful, because like one of the things that we were looking at just in terms of the analytics and visualizations was that funding versus scoring just isn't, just again, like visually. And so like I can, if you want, I can show you this pretty cool visualization that kind of helps show that precise point. That was really useful kind of to us, that says that point. It's basically that, you know, you see the folks who are like just kind of in one visualization. I'll if I can share.
You can try. I mean, I
Okay.
don't know if it's technically possible, but
Let me see here.
oh yeah, cool.
Okay, so this is that visualization here, and it's just all the. So it's kind of cool. So we've been kind of going through this in terms of like.
It's really hard to read the axis from my. I only have like a 14-inch laptop right now.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I have this enormous.
Okay, yeah, that's much better. Yeah.
Monitor.
Glad I'm not the only one who's blind.
No, it's not that. It's my monitor is, I just got this enormous. I've worked remotely for now 10.5 years.
Wow.
So yeah. So, and for basically almost 8 of those years, I've had the same dual monitor set up, and I finally upgraded.
Nice.
So it's this enormous 49-inch monitor, and that's why it's small. But yeah, to your point is that we've looked at that. Oops, let me move that out of the way. And like tried to make that available so that not only people we would come up with our own questions and then do visualizations to kind of answer those questions, but then also make that data available to people in terms of combining. And we're doing that now. So that's something that we wanted to do like during the time up to the voting, just to give, you know, folks additional kind of insight. And we've worked on that already. And the same thing is true, like with this dashboard, we want to be able to connect a lot of those analytics and then make it available easily so that, again, like people can kind of see from a visual perspective, to just like when you say that question about the correlation of scores and funding, to just be able to see it in different visualizations and have like an understanding. At least for me, like it helps a lot to be able to see things as people are talking about them, because it sinks in just kind of a different way.
Yeah.
So that's kind of that's what we're trying to make sure that comes across in the proposals. But then you also mentioned KPIs and stuff. What sort of KPIs to include? That's something like it's new in a way, because a lot of times when we're doing stuff, people already have their own KPI ideas. It's new for us to kind of come up with the KPIs for the proposal itself. So any advice there would also be like super useful.
Yeah, I think what we didn't know either was that when you are actually getting funded, these funds, they will not be paid out as a lump sum, obviously, but they will be paid out over the period of your project realization. So if, let's say, you are planning to do your project in half a year, they might split the fund payout into 6 equal payments. And they will be looking very closely. I mean, if I say they, I mean us, the challenge team. We will be tasked by Cardano to meet with you on a bi-weekly basis and check the milestones, your roadmap, hitting the KPIs, and so on. So whatever you put into the proposal right now will be quite crucial for the next stage. Once you get funded, that you actually get the money. So it's a balancing act between making it super easy to get the money paid out and making it super ambitious to get voted in. So that's really your call to make, how much you want to promise the voter. Because obviously the more you promise them, if you say like you're going to have a dashboard with 500 different options of visualizations, and it will do everything that Matplotlib can do, it will do everything that MATLAB can do and so on, they will be very impressed. They will maybe be more inclined to vote for you, but you're less likely to see the money in the end. So
Right.
that's an important thing to keep in mind.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, so it's one of those things because we work with consulting projects that like, I'm like very, very trim and very concerned always about delivery. And there's like that kind of tension between, we have some people on our team who have read other proposals and they're like, no, let's do all this. And it's like, no. I'd much rather actually not get funded than get funded and have promised, you know, way too much.
Yeah.
So, okay, thank you. That helps though.
Cool. Hi, Joan. How's it going?
Good. You have to distinguish between the two Johns.
Yeah.
Oh. I would be newbie John.
John, and Joan. Is it?
Yeah.
Are there 3? Oh, there are.
That's complicated. So if you guys want to talk, just talk. I would say we are a really small group. So
All right.
whoever shouts the loudest can pitch their proposal or ask questions.
Well, mine's really short, so I was just gonna say I just came up with this idea today, but the developer ecosystem is like 1 million, and I was just thinking that Project Catalyst should sell a better IdeaScale to IdeaScale.
Okay.
So if we all joined in on that fund for $1 million, I think that could cover 3 months. But because IdeaScale is a private company, it's Web 2, so they're the perfect customer to make Web 3. I don't know, just an idea.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard people complain a lot about IdeaScale, and
yeah,
I've seen some people propose some sort of new IdeaScale, but it's probably too big for any one proposal to take that on.
That's what I was saying, the million.
Yeah. But I mean, you will not be able to get everyone to go along with that. There are some people who have other ideas, and I mean, the challenge is quite broad.
But they're all. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, anyone who has anything to make the developer's life on Cardano easier, better, is welcome to submit the proposal in this challenge. So I think realistically, any one proposal wouldn't get more than 150K, even if it was really, really good. So this is more something for A, problem sensing, and B, for the challenge setting, that if you were really convinced that you could find something better, that you could get enough collaborators to do something better than IdeaScale, I think it's not really one proposal, but you could obviously do a proof of concept. I mean, you could ask for 20K, 30K, and create like a mock-up MVP and show people that it's possible to do it more as a Web3 solution, something that's more user-friendly. And then if that works well, people will give you more money. I mean, there are some projects out there like Profiler, they got funded 5 or 6 times. You can go on and get money every funding round and realize your project.
I hear that. I think the dev ecosystem, like, isn't it IdeaScale? Isn't that the dev ecosystem? Like,
no, I wouldn't say. I mean,
or it's mostly devs that we want to attract to Catalyst, right?
No, we want to attract devs to Cardano, and Catalyst is the let's say the fund, is the accelerator or pool or whatever you want to call it. So I mean, we are not just focusing on ourselves, on the catalyst process. We want to get people to Cardano. We want people to be stake pool operators. We want people to be Plutus smart contract developers, create DeFi protocols, and so on. So, I mean, the whole purpose of Catalyst is not just to feed Catalyst, but to make Cardano a better blockchain for people to join.
Well, I'm sorry, but who says? Maybe you work for them. I'm sorry. I don't know. Tom, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. What is your role with Catalyst?
Thomas is a co-challenge team for dev ecosystem. So we are helping all the proposals in this challenge throughout the Catalyst journey. So yeah, we, I mean, if anything that we can suggest you, because we are actually funded proposer in the previous fund. So I think that our experience are quite good, because what we have been through, I mean, we understand what you are going through right now. So yeah, in a sense, you can ask us any questions, and
Well, if somebody else wanted to go and tell their idea, or is everybody here just the challenge team, or?
I'm a proposer.
Okay, you can go ahead. Yeah.
Hello, June. Thank you so much for all your help. I just realized it was you. So sorry.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, feel free to ask for a collaboration or anything that you want for your proposals. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel a little bit bad, guys. Obviously, my proposal is way out of the scope of the funding for this challenge. I'm trying to get my feet wet. I'm trying to get my idea out there. And I need to build a team, and I need to get funding, and it's this set of impossible tasks, that I have to incorporate for cryptographers who are by nature kind of private and difficult to contact. And CVs are difficult to contact because they have such an influx of people looking for monetization. So my idea started kind of simply, just being. Do I have time, Tom? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I just want to make sure I'm not speaking out of turn. So it started simply as just falling in love with the crypto world about a year ago. Since then, I've started a news aggregation magazine. At some point, I had like 20 wallets, and I couldn't save any of the information, but except to paper. And then I had to put that in a silicone bag and then put it in my safe. And worried about the degradation of the paper over time. You don't look at it, and then one day your wallet disappears, and all of a sudden you go to the safe where you've gone to protect it, and the silicone's interacted with the paper somehow, and now you can't read your seed words to repropagate it. And that's your whole fortune that that you've gone through all the life cycles of the ups and downs of the crypto market. And finally it's come to fruition, and then your wallet craps out on you, and you cannot access it anymore. And that's where I came up with Encrypt Vault, which I did have. I have a patent pending on it, and I thought that it could definitely have a backbone on Cardano. I love Cardano. It's one of my favorite projects. I love Charles. I love everything about the ecosystem. World Mobile Token, I'm a big subscriber to that. And I really wanted them to be a part of it. My initial instinct was to try to use, something like Zec or Monero that was like a really privacy-oriented. But I'm sure that I can integrate with Cardano in some way. But the idea was that if I have this, I have this invention, and I want to market it, and whoever markets it, whichever blockchain it rides on, would certainly have preference for newbies, onboarders. I bought a dog tag machine so that I could print seed phrases onto metal plates, so that I could save them. And I bought the thing, it was $300. I've used it once, you know. So that's not going to happen. So I'm still stuck putting it on paper. But if I'm able to store it digitally, and then not just that, I could store, you know, I have admin pages for everything. You know, I run several businesses, and you know, oh my gosh, what is my password for Google today? You know, so I can go right into the device, look at it, use biometrics to get in there. What makes it cool is that you know, it's you can back it up. You know, I'm segueing into the idea, but the truth of the matter is that that this is probably not the ideal platform for this. I approached IOHK, and they kind of kicked me over to Project Catalyst. I got a little bogged down between like the relationship between Project Catalyst and IdeaScale. But once you know, June helped me out with that quite a bit. And then what ended up happening, I watched that little video, June, that I posted, and in the first 3 minutes, he explained that you know, the website IdeaScale was essentially Project Catalyst, and that kind of put everything sort of in order. I didn't realize that the boxes under like Fund 8, like all those boxes that you know, you talked about today, I didn't realize that those were actually the challenges, because they don't say challenge on them anywhere, you know. But so I've kind of gotten my feet wet here, and been able to put the entire idea down and edit it, which has been really great. So Charles had an AMA about a month ago, I think, where he quoted Moxie Marlinspike, his blog, when he was talking about Web3 being kind of a glorified Web2 because of points of failure, which were centralized. No one wants to run a server. You know, companies don't want to run a server. It's a pain. And what I thought about was, I have three apparatus that I'm making. One is a small tablet the size of a phone. One's a tablet, and then the other is I call it a tabletop, and it would be essentially like a bus, like a regular desktop computer. But I was thinking that for the desktop version of Encrypt Vault, I was thinking that perhaps we could attach a cache of servers to it that could be partitioned any way we want. And so by incentivizing people to purchase this device, that they can save all their seed phrases, save all their data, anything that's sensitive or encrypted, you know, they could get the servers for free. And then we would have, you know, thousands to millions of these apparatus out there that would form a decentralized server cache that we could slowly phase out some of the centralized points. You know, there's certain things that we don't have solutions to yet, like oracles, you know, things like that. But I thought that it could present a possible, at least a direction towards a solution, or possible solution.
And this is sorry to interrupt you there. This is already a refined proposal, or you are at the moment at the ideation stage that you want to see how you could fit that into the Catalyst format?
I think definitely the ideate stage. You know, I'm not sure that that this is the proper platform for me to be on. It's my only recourse. I thought it would be a fun, great way for people to just hear about it. You know,
yeah.
And you know, I am not a coder. My CV presents a lot of challenges. You guys are all way qualified, more than I am. You know, being developers already, and that's unfortunate for me. But I'm trying now. I'm playing catch up. So I'm trying to get the idea out there, and I just thought that there was an opportunity to piggyback some technology that would help to make you know, a true Web3 that has no centralized possible points of failure or disruption.
I think the other John is a stake pool operator. Is that right, John?
Beg your pardon?
I think the other John mentioned that he was running a couple of stake pools.
I think
John?
he's, yeah,
John Woodard.
yeah, John, yeah, I think he already stepped out from the room. So
No, he's there.
I
Is he?
see him.
Hey,
Hey,
John.
John.
Oh,
mean-
you still in? Or?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're talking
Yeah, I'm
about you.
here. Okay.
Hey,
No,
John.
we don't run a stake pool for Cardano. We run some proof of stake nodes for other blockchains. Like
Okay,
we run now we run like maybe 7 or 8 different blockchain nodes for both mainnets and testnets.
Cool.
So we have like quite a bit of experience, and we've been around and working on stuff for like the past maybe 4.5 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So, but essentially, and this is like a little bit of a difficult situation with community-oriented development, is that my group, Wolfram Blockchain Labs, we actually just work on infrastructure. We don't really do a lot of work with, like, say, if you had an idea, John, and you were coming to us, unless it kind of fits into the infrastructure that we're kind of working on, then it's not really a project for us. We do, however, work with, because our parent company, Wolfram Research, is about 800 people. We do have a consulting organization, and they work with all sorts of projects, from like literally an hour of consulting time up to multi-million-dollar projects.
Okay.
So what we do is we actually work with them when people come to us with decentralized oriented ideas, which they've already worked on a number of. Then it would be like we would kind of consult, but they would run the whole show. And that's because we are trying to be like as focused as possible. I think everyone has realized in blockchain and decentralized space, like there's so much going on all the time. If you don't figure out what you're working on, you will just, every week there's going to be something that's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
You'll want to like jump into. So that's how we kind of structure things. With our proposals, what we'll do is that we'll have kind of these virtual seminars, much like this on Zoom, where we'll show kind of this is where we are, and try to absorb community feedback and update and use that. But figuring out how people will work on things directly with us, that's something that we have to kind of figure out from that perspective. It's not like an obvious thing.
Yeah.
for us.
Interesting.
And how to get information to contact both you and the organization you were talking about? You just put it in chat, and then I could copy it down.
Yeah,
from
I'm just putting it
Awesome.
in chat. So that's the best way. And then if you want to, let me see here.
Hi, Rakshan. Hi, Sebastian. We got 2 new joiners. Is that right?
Yep. Hi. Just
Hey,
trying to
how
see
you
what
doing?
you guys are discussing.
Hi everyone.
Hi, guys.
Sorry, I'm trying to get our contact form, which is a little bit easier in some cases. Yeah, so that's the best way after this to contact me. I'm also on the developer ecosystem Telegram,
Okay, that's great.
and other spaces. So
Yeah.
What's your Telegram handle, John?
it is JL Woodard.
So both Johns are in the dev ecosystem Telegram group, I guess.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, June has my handle. It's so nice to see you finally. You've been such an amazing help. Guys, I actually would not be in the space right now if it weren't for June. I was floundering and trying to come up for air, and June just kind of reached out, and she's been my liaison through all this. So I'm very grateful.
Awesome.
And I'm very happy to see you, because I think that, I mean, together we can share the resource and, the information and context. And I think in who knows, like how many proposals gonna go through, like in the dev ecosystem. So, you know, I'm quite believe that by joining this space, you guys already, you know, far ahead compared to other proposals. So, I mean, yeah. So I'm really happy that we do this, and I'm very active in this challenge team, and I will ensure that everyone benefit the most from joining our Telegram group. So yeah.
You're doing a wonderful job, in my opinion.
Thank you.
Hey, Rakshandi, are you a proposer? Are you?
No. Just I just have general interest in Cardano.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I just came across maybe around November, December, because haven't been following about blockchain since 2017, I think. I mean, since the time Ethereum prices were high and difficult to, you know, try out things. So I kind of didn't really pay attention. But then recently I was looking for, like, yeah, what are the good projects maybe I can, you know, invest for long term. So that's where I kind of found out Cardano, and then comparing with other different blockchains. Yeah, thought maybe just to participate in different community activities. So I've been joining this Catalyst, this Swarm group meetings for like just the past 2 weeks. This is like the third week. Yeah, just that. And then I've also tried, like, you know, setting up like a stake pool, but only in testnet, not in production. Just you know, I'm purely from a like a tech kind of interest, but I realized that, you know, the stake pool, if I put it live, still won't get any delegators without any advertising or, you know, like a YouTube channel, things like that. So yeah, still deciding whether I should go for it or not.
Yeah, I heard that people say that you probably need to get something like 1.5 million or 2 million ADA to really make it worth your while.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, yeah, if you don't have that much money, right? I mean, your technical skills, I don't see whether, you know, whatever I can offer, you know, can contribute to the network.
yeah,
So,
I mean, nobody has that much money, right? But it's all about marketing. So
yeah, a lot of marketing, I guess. Yeah. But it's good. I mean, at least just can play around and learn how the system works. Also, you know, from whatever I learn, I kind of maybe managed to help few other guys maybe in the forums.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, feel free to join our Telegram. It's a developer ecosystem. And you can listen to the other proposers discuss. And if you want to ask anything, just raise your hand or put it in the chat. It's great to have you here. Sebastian, are you?
Yes, I want to ask to the team. I have a proposal about translate the material of Plutus, the material about the program.
Okay.
Translating in Spanish. I'm gonna work with a university in Luxembourg that is interested in take that material and teach to the Spanish community.
Oh.
I ask if that type of proposal is in the framework of the developer ecosystem team challenge. Excuse me. So I want to answer that if that type of proposal can participate in the challenge.
So far you put any placeholders anywhere, or you're just considering the category?
I was studying the material about all the value challenge And at some point, I think that my proposal, my potential proposal, can be according to the deep ecosystem. But I don't know with I'm not sure about.
I think you might. I mean, the challenge brief says anything that makes the developer's life easier, that attracts people to develop on Cardano, is suitable for the challenge. So I think you do that. I mean, it's definitely attracting more people. Last fund, there were a lot of categories specifically for regions, for example, grow Cardano, grow Latin America, and there are some community challenges. But I think you very much make the developer's life easier with your project, right? So I don't see why you shouldn't propose in this category.
Okay, so I'm going to participate in the challenge. So thank you.
All right, thanks. Frank, you still there?
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Hey, hey.
Hey, Frank.
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that this is our first time participating in this Catalyst proposal process. We've met some wonderful people who love to collaborate with us. As mentioned, you know, we come from like the Ethereum ecosystem initially.
Yeah.
I am good buddies with the founders of Gitcoin and learned a lot about how this project has gained traction in that community, and we'd like to bring that here. So anyone curious about like an open source quadratic funding / bounty system, please feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to collaborate. We also really think that composable NFTs can serve a valuable purpose in the context of immutable on-chain practical resumes. So this is something that a lot of us have been approached with by colleagues of ours who work in kind of education and ed tech and the broader recruiting space, especially in tech. It's hard to validate if someone's job experiences are true or not.
Yeah.
And further, it's hard to validate if someone's practical experiences are true or not. So we're trying to provide a solution that is hopefully better than the status quo right now, which is essentially a LinkedIn profile or a PDF of a resume someone just made by themselves without necessarily a strict kind of validation protocol behind that.
Yeah.
And hopefully this will just, you know, promote a more honest world when it comes to, you know, the broader kind of not only technical recruiting world, but employment in general.
I think it's a really good solution. I mean, a lot of people have been talking about how to improve the authenticity, how to prevent fake proposals, people just making up LinkedIn profiles and so on. So I think you're addressing so many issues that that we're still trying to learn in Catalyst, that I really hope that you guys propose and that you get funded. And yeah, I think it's an awesome project.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, and again, we're a team of around 45 engineers right now. Wow. And some of us are being retraining in Haskell just to be able to support the Cardano kind of community further. So we do have a team of Haskell engineers kind of in training mode right now. So yeah, if anyone has a project where they're looking for Haskell engineers or an engineering team, I think we're also open to collaborating across any sort of use case. I mean, we're trying to do this for the benefit of, as many Cardano community members have talked about, the benefit of the community. It's all about the community.
Can you leave your contact information, Frank?
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't know how aware you are, because you say you're coming from Ethereum. You know, Cardano is really big on validation. You know, with when Frank Hodgkinson was going to Africa, you know, he was going around toting, you know, identification, verification through immutable blockchain on Cardano for like doctors and lawyers and for you know, education. You know, making sure that people are who they say that they are, because there's a big issue with that there.
Yeah, 100%. Proof of identity is closely aligned with this. And I guess we're also kind of talking about proof of reputation, which, you know, Atala Prism is a really cool project coming up in the Cardano ecosystem. There's proof of humanity in the Ethereum ecosystem, presenting really cool ideas around proof of identity. So we do feel like there will be a proof of identity component to not only quadratic funding and voting protocols, but also any sort of on-chain practical resume, which is kind of to be determined. So that's another area. If anyone is researching proof of identity, we'd love to help you guys progress those thoughts.
Awesome.
Hey, Frank, I had a kind of a little silly idea, and I just wanted to, I see that you have kind of your avatar up.
Yeah.
How much data would it take to have different facial expressions as a avatar, right? Save them to the blockchain, and then have some sort of a interface where the camera would see what your face is doing and pull up the avatar NFT photo that mostly resembles it, and essentially animate your NFT avatar, so that instead of looking at a static thing, we could see your avatar move slightly while you're speaking.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That is very much like emotive avatars meets, it's kind of like a really nice bridge between here and like the eventual like purist metaverse view of things.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Hey, guys, I think we are the last breakout room. I think we are supposed to go back to the main stage. June, is that right?
Yes, we run for like above 45 minutes now. So yeah.
I think we have
so
an
sorry.
hour.
So sorry. Frank, I've seen your avatar around, man. So it's really nice to meet you. And Tom and,
yeah, you
and
too.
June, it's lovely to see you finally, June. Thank you again so much for all your help. You're a sweetheart.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
So shall we go back to the,
yeah,
the main stage?
I just gonna stop the recording now, and
Okay, thanks so much.
Yeah, I hope
Frank,
to see you
John,
all in the Telegram group.
Rakshan.
Yeah, see you.
Awesome.
Bye.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Ciao.
Take care.
See ya.